Good evening. We begin tonight with staggering claims of fraud that strike at the heart of Australia's tax system. An alleged $165 million scam that's engulfed one of the ATO's most senior officers and his family. 9 people have been arrested, accused of using the elaborate scheme to fund a lavish lifestyle.
Cars, guns and money, a lot of it. Luxury motors, flash watches, even aircraft. A bewildering haul of assets at the heart of one of the biggest allegations of white-collar crimes uncovered in Australia. And these are the raids that finally brought this alleged fraud to an end. Some 300 Australian Federal Police and Tax Office investigators raided 28 properties across New South Wales. Dismantling a syndicate police claim is responsible for ripping $165 million out of the tax system.
So that's $165 million that has been stolen from the community, in effect, in Australia.
The full tally of assets seized and claimed to be the proceeds of crime is incredible. 25 motor vehicles, including luxury sports cars, a dozen motorbikes, $15 million in cash, 18 residential properties, 2 planes, 100 bank accounts, jewellery, firearms, artwork and vintage wines. One of those charged, Adam Cranston, using one of those luxury cars on his wedding day.
How are you going to fight these charges?
What do you say about
What do you want to say about it?
Did you think that you were above it?
It appears that it was quite lavish lifestyles that they were using to divert the taxpayers' money.
The 8-month investigation started with the AFP. When it realised the tax office was also onto the matter, they joined forces. But what it uncovered shocked the tax office itself. Adam Cranston and his sister Lauren, also charged, are the children of Deputy Tax Commissioner Michael Cranston. Michael Cranston now faces a charge of abusing his position as a public officer, not for being involved in the alleged fraud, but for unwittingly passing information to his son about an audit. Now, 3 other ATO officers also face a code of conduct investigation for accessing material they were not entitled to. All have been suspended without pay. Here is Michael Cranston in 2015 explaining an investigation into just the sort of crime his children are now charged with.
Generally, if it's an impact of revenue to the government and also sort of financial impacts on the community as well.
I cannot overstate the seriousness of these matters. Australians must have a tax administration that they can trust.
The operation itself was a complex one, a company called Plutus payroll skimming taxes from legitimate companies, failing to pass it on to the ATO.
I think it's probably more akin to a Ponzi scheme.
Plutus competitors Patrick Burke and Colin Cuthbert were suspicious and started investigating when Plutus offered its services for free.
Everyone thought the contractors and the employees were going to be the people that were going to be ripped off. It was only after it had been sustained for 6 months or so that it looked apparent that it was someone else that was being ripped off.
The scale of the scheme drew shocked responses from the Prime Minister down.
We have zero tolerance for this type of conspiracy, this type of fraud.
Adam Cranston's family was in court. He was granted bail but faces 10 years jail if found guilty.
Did you have any comment about these matters today? Anything at all?
Are you shocked by the charges?
6 others arrested yesterday also had court appearances today.
Stressful time for the family. It's very early stages and we'll wait for the brief of evidence to arrive. They're just happy that bail's been granted and it's going to be a long process.
Eddie Meyer, 9 News.